Welcome to this workshop video all about fear and saying yes. Fear is something that everybody experiences, and whether that's on a daily basis or not depends on the person, but fear is universal. And I know for me, fear is something that often holds me back from things that I think I might like to do. It's important not to get mad at our fear because in the long run, fear is there to try and protect us. It's trying to help us from making mistakes, it's trying to help us from getting hurt. Depends on the fear, but fear is there to help us. But it doesn't always. It's important to be aware of our fear and to be aware of the real emotions that it can make us feel. But it's also important to be aware of when our fear is getting the best of us. When our fear is giving us irrational fears and making us feel things that we don't need to be worried about. During the first part of July, I took the time to say yes. And I wanted this to be something where it wasn't just me saying yes to going out for lunch with a friend, but it was saying yes to the opportunities around me and to the things that I might be scared of otherwise. There are a couple of things that I did that I think you should try out if you're trying to be a more adventurous person in the world, or if you just want to try new things and not be afraid for a little bit. Even if you just try doing these things for a week, I think that it'll teach you something. First, this might apply to some people more than others, but raise your hand first. Especially for me, I was at a theater intensive at the time, and there were often times when we would have to volunteer to perform a scene first or to participate in an exercise first. And I raised my hand first, at least I tried to, every time, even if it was something like improv that I totally suck at and I'm totally scared of. Because, and I told myself this every time, what do I have to lose? I'm not gonna die from doing an improv exercise, so everything's going to be fine and I'm gonna learn something. It's important to have an open mind when you want to say yes, and by open mind I mean being open to opportunities that might come your way and being open to people and being open to your own ability and your own thoughts and your own place in the world. We as humans all make mistakes, so why not make a mistake doing something that pushed your comfort zone and that you can really learn from? I would much rather my mistake be that I failed miserably doing something than I didn't do it at all. However, I will say, I don't want you all to start saying yes to like hard drugs and things like that. This is saying yes within reason. Saying yes to the opportunities around you. Saying yes, I will be brave. I will do some things that maybe I wouldn't want to do before. I will put myself in some situations that maybe I wouldn't have been in before, because if the end goal is happiness, and the end goal is self-improvement, we need to try out a couple of things and we need to look a little stupid a couple of times before we really figure out, does this make me happy? Does this not make me happy? Will this teach me something? In the long run, we want to learn, and you can't learn if you're always doing things right. As my physics teacher will say, I will begrudgingly quote, failing forward. Failing forward is sometimes good. When you fail, you learn something, and I think that that is truly important in this realm of saying yes. So I know this was a brief video, but hopefully that gives you a little bit of motivation to say yes to life, say yes to opportunity, say yes to love, and say yes to happiness. Go do something that makes you happy. Go do something you wouldn't normally do, even if just for a week you raise your hand first. Try it out. See how it makes you feel. And if you conquer some fears, awesome. And if you don't, that's totally okay too. Thank you so much for watching. Go do something that makes you happy today, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, bye!